Hey, how y'all doing? Just here in Stanley Park, Vancouver. Really nice. Look at this suspension bridge. I think it's called the Lions Gate Bridge. And today I'm going to talk about every person that you meet teach you a lesson. And sometimes those lessons can be quite hard, maybe painful, but they're all necessary, because when we meet someone, all them interactions, they're real, they're part of real life, right? And understanding real life, how people really interact, is important, because, you know, if we're to get anywhere in life and to become free, with a free mind, we must accept real life, we must accept people for who they are, and whatever lesson they teach us, we've got to accept that, right, if we are to be free. Because if we can't accept it, we end up suffering, especially if it's giving us some pain, you know. And this is like, we must never take it personally, right? If that person has come into your life and treated you badly, which happens, or maybe you treated someone else badly, which can happen, that pain, yeah, it is painful, but it's almost like, it's a choice to choose whether you choose that pain. I mean, you might not think it is, but sometimes it's just part of the human experience, really. It's part of life. But what happens if we could decide not to choose that pain? Would that make us more powerful? Yeah, in a way. If we want to toughen ourselves up and become a bit more stoic, yeah. But also, deliberately trying to blunt our emotions, I don't think does us any good either. I think you're better off feeling it, right, properly, but then accepting it, maybe accepting it for what it is. And rather than accepting that pain, well, sometimes you have to accept the pain, right? But it doesn't mean that you have to let it ruin your life, take it personally. You don't have to. So if you ever think back to any of those times, those painful times, do you think you could have chosen to take it differently? I'm not saying blunt your feelings, if you got hurt. It's okay to sort of feel bad about it, but do you choose, whether you choose to let it affect you for the, maybe the next person that you meet or throughout the rest of your life? I think you shouldn't take it personally, right? Whatever happens when you meet someone, they're there to teach you a lesson. Some people come along and they teach you a lesson to hold stronger boundaries. Some people come along to teach you a particular, I've had people teach me things about health, or maybe things about communication. You might have had these experiences too. So whatever that lesson is that person's taught you, you should just accept it as a gift, part of the human experience. And no matter, even if it's a bit of pain, just maybe, don't take it too personally. Everyone else is on their own journey. Just understand that, and maybe, certainly learn the lesson, and then just let it go. Okay, thanks for listening. Don't forget to like and subscribe, and see you all next time.